I want to know how to survive through these 5 years. BK end up changing my course to chemical engineering. There are many things on my mind. I have to balance my physical life, my mental life, social life, academic life, spiritual life. It's too compressed for me. How do I go about it?
Because the reason why you exist is because there's something you need to do. There's a problem you need to solve. If you don't solve that problem, life will be very frustrating. So in this time that you have in this school, 1 to 5 years, your goal is, how can I discover that thing that is inside me? If you've discovered it, how can I refine it? How can I position it to solve something?
So before we go into the conversation for today, kindly do us a favor and click on the subscribe button below this video. Our goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers before the year runs out. And we can't do that without you. And so please click on the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so that you get notified anytime we upload a new video. With that being said, let's hop on to today's conversation.
Right. So do you have anything on your mind?
Many things about some about school.
Okay.
Like, I want to just, I came to school initially to study civil engineering because I had passion for building. Like, I just love seeing when structures are being built. Like, I'll be like, because I've seen houses like they're like same. I want to build my own different thing.
Yeah.
So
unique.
something unique. Thank you. So, but at the line, BK ended up changing my course to chemical engineering, which is okay by me. At least, I will study the course, but I want to know how to survive through these 5 years because of there are many things on my mind. I have to balance my physical life, my mental life, social life, academic life, spiritual life, and even let me say my football life because I love playing football. So, and it's like I'm saying that it's too compressed for me. How do I go about? Because I know that you have been through that stage. So how do I put all these things together? Let them work to give me one thing. Exactly.
So let me be very honest with you. Everybody has a window of time. That window of time, once that window closes, you would struggle very much to gain back that time that was lost. That window of time is between 10 to 15 years. When I'm saying 10 to 15 years, I mean at the age of 15, you have a window of opportunity till when you're 30, 25, 30. So from 25, 30, you have 10 to 15 years gap. So what you do in between that time is a great determinant to how your life will eventually turn out. And now you have a window of a greater opportunity, 5 years to spend in school here.
Yeah.
Now these 5 years can either make you or break you, especially in the area of relationships, in the area of learning and pondering on things that are really important. To give you a reason why it's important. You were sent by your parents to school.
Yes.
And I presume that is the case. To school to learn, right? They give you food, they give you money, and you have a roof over your head right now. That is a rare opportunity. As soon as you're done with school, that opportunity closes completely. It's not even available anymore. Except if you go back to your parents' house. If you go back to your parents' house, there's still a limited time. They expect you to produce something as a result of the 5 years you spend in school.
Yes.
If you're not able to produce that, they look at you as incompetent. They may not tell you, but in their mind, they're like, you've spent 5 years in school, you've graduated, you've served, let's say. What can you do now? So we're looking at the window of opportunities and we're looking at the window of time so that we can maximize this time while we are here. So let me give you a new perspective. So stop asking, how can I survive? Ask yourself, how can I thrive? Because surviving is trying to manage the system, but thriving is trying to make use of the system, trying to leverage on the system. So the question I'll ask you is, what do you want in life for yourself personally?
Okay, many things though, but we cannot have everything we want. But I just want to be somebody who has stayed in a place of settlement, even with God, my academics, with my future, and I want to be useful to my parents and useful to this society. I don't want to be somebody that after school that still gives him money to survive, or maybe after wasting 5 years trying to be an engineer, which he claims he is, and you still be like surviving under chicken change. You get, because there are people who are surviving like you said, you saw a first class student who was driving bike. You see, now he has a degree, but he's surviving under mere changes,
Pennies.
pennies. Thank you. So I want to be somebody like what I want for myself. I want to impact even my younger ones and people that are around me. I want them to know that education is not about maybe going to school and certificate. It's also something behind it, something that makes you great. But this your certificate won't make you great. It is what is in you that you build that makes you great. And there are many things that okay, I learned a profession, sure, but I even taught in a school before I came to BK. I was a teacher. I was teaching in a school, and I love playing football. Yes, I'm good at it. But I'm not planning on working with my certificate because of I've seen people who say that you don't survive by salary. Yeah, because you might be earning maybe 300,000, 400,000, but you will not get that money until another 30 days before you get that same amount. But I have a business in mind that not now. I will not want to venture into it now because now I'm still in my fresh study. Maybe around when I'm sharp than this, or maybe bigger than this, I want to set up a business for myself at least because of I'll not be thinking that after school I'm gonna be working in some company that will pay me money. The money they'll be giving me monthly, but something I can be getting
Daily.
daily, and to also be expanding my brand, something like that.
Right. So you've said a lot of things right now.
Yes.
And I want to be very, very practical with you. The reason I want to be practical with you is because you're in your level one. And whatever you have inculcated in your mind will shape you for the rest of your years in this school and even beyond. So break down everything, just lay down everything you know already. Let me bring a perspective for you that you can consider. Okay. Now, at the beginning of time, God created man in his image and in his likeness. I'm coming like this because you are a Christian, right? God created man in his image and in his likeness. After he created us, he said, let them have dominion. What that means is God gave us something inside us that should allow us to dominate in whatever area we find ourselves in life. So the question is, what will you dominate? If it is the people that have dominated any space that they are in that are actually making it big, if you cannot dominate the space you're in, you continue struggling. The last person that was sitting down here, we spoke about money, how money can work for you, and how you can work for money. Money is a terrible slave for a very loyal, is a terrible master rather, for a very loyal slave. Your goal is you want money to work for you, not you working for money. But there's a way and there's a system behind that engineering. How will money work for you? That's the major problem we find today that many people have not understood yet. But that's not been the problem. The major problem is you as the individual. Every human being that God created, there is a seed that God deposited inside that person.
Sure.
That seed, imagine sending you to the market and I don't give you money. Would I be wicked?
Yes.
Yes, I'll be wicked and I'll be foolish at the same time.
Yes.
Because I'll be expecting you to come back with something. Meanwhile, I never give you something to buy with. In the same way, God sent me and you here on this earth. And in sending me and you, He gave us a gift. He gave us a seed. He gave us something that we can use and trade and make business even while we are here. That thing is what will make you successful. Every other thing that you find in this life, right? You can be a billionaire, you can be all of this. Those are not the things that makes you impactful. What truly makes you successful is that thing that is inside you, that seed that was given inside you. And guess what? You don't have to look for success outside. It is not there. Success is already inside you. The responsibility you have to make now is how do I manifest it? How do I bring it outside of me? Because imagine you have a seed and you plant it and you cover it. It only takes a matter of days, for depending on the seed, for it to now germinate
And begin to grow.
and begin to grow. And eventually it produces fruit. That seed, that one seed, let's say it's a corn grain. You plant that corn grain. Over the course of 3 months or 4 months, give or take, it produces corn, a corn ear. And then that corn ear has a bunch of corn seeds attached to it. Imagine you take that seed again and you preserve it, and in another year you plant all of them. It multiplies and gives you more.
Con-
It keeps on multiplying
Confirm.
into a very large band of corns. That's the same thing with us. You have a seed inside you. That seed is what has been crying inside you for a very long time. That seed is something you have passion for. That seed is something that you feel you can do something about this. You feel you can step into this situation. You feel like you can offer solution in this field. Because the only thing that makes us successful is when we can solve problems. And that's the very thing that God created us to do, to solve problems. I believe so much that this car did not exist because the producer just thought that he wants to make a car. There was a need, and from that need, the person that manufactured this car, designed this car, said, I can do something to solve this problem. And he solved the problem, and people bought the car. In buying that car, they paid him money. In producing the car over and over and over
It
again,
keeps
they
getting
kept
more
on
money.
paying him for the production of that
More
car,
money.
more money. So if you want to get that money, because the major thing that bothers us as humans is finance, one of the major things, finance and purpose, fulfillment. Money is not the most important thing, like they say, but it touches almost everything that is important. This car, the producer never thought of money before he made this car. He thought of how can I solve a problem. By solving that problem, he got money from solving the problem. If you want to be like that, you have to create value. If you don't create value, you keep on working and working and working and working. And at the end of the day, you pass that same thing to your children and to your children, and until somebody breaks that cycle. So the most important thing is what you have inside you right now. That thing you have inside you is the only thing that will make you successful. When I mean success, I don't mean money. Money is the least thing to consider successful. Success is in creating value. By creating value, the money comes. If you're familiar with this scripture in the Bible, Matthew 6:33, it says, seek ye first the kingdom
God,
and his righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. So you see that money is not the major thing. Needs are not the major thing. Those are the secondary things. So if you can solve a problem today, if you can position yourself as an asset, people will value you to the point where they cannot do without you. Imagine if this whole building or this whole school does not have water, and somebody somewhere brings water. Do you know how many people will rush that guy because of the value he's bringing in? He's now an asset. In fact, if they say we want to send you away, the students will protest not to send you because of the value you are bringing in. Imagine if you brought in free tuition to students. That means students, there's a way you can school here without paying school fees and tuition fee. Do you know how many students will want to be around you? Because that's valuable. So we should change, even if you in the course you're studying right now, what value can you do? What you said civil engineering. I really depending on what you desire for yourself out of life. If you find that there is something you can do about what you're doing or about the course you're studying, double down on it. The people we see that are successful today, they double down on what they did. Almost everybody have Facebook accounts. The guy that built it, Man Zuckerberg, he doubled down, built it. In 2 years, his company was worth billions. In fact, they offered him, in just 2 years of his launch, they offered him $1 billion to sell his company. Today, he refused that offer, but today his company is worth over 200 billion. He's just how many years? 30 something years, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's in his early 40. I don't really know his age. But right now, he's among the top
Richest man in the
billionaires.
world.
Yes. He was not focused on the money, he was focused on the problem that he could solve. So that seed inside you, that's what you should be more alert to and more concerned with. The moment you can find it, then you can deploy it, refine it. Let me give you another example. Diamond. What makes diamond valuable? Diamond is not valuable because diamond is diamond. What makes it valuable is because of the value it can give. Diamond is one of the hardest materials that you can find.
Yes.
Apart from that, diamond is rare. Diamond is scarce. You can't
Don't
find
see it
diamond.
anywhere, yeah.
If this was diamond, nobody would consider diamond as valuable
Yeah.
because it's abundant. The same thing, you as an individual, you are rare. Nobody is like you. Even if somebody looks like you, even if somebody looks exactly like you, nobody is like you. Your personality is distinct. Your mindset is distinct. Nobody has the same
Mindset as
personality as you. God created you one out of billions. And so he created you that for a reason, because nobody can duplicate you. Nobody can replicate you. Nobody can take your place. In fact, the reason why you exist is because there's something you need to do. There's a problem you need to solve. If you don't solve that problem, life will be very frustrating. There are people that have millions today, yet they are very depressed. Why? Because money was not meant to solve their problem. Money was meant to use to solve a problem, not their own problem. So that's what you should be more concerned with. So in this time that you have in this school, 1 to 5 years, your goal is how can I discover that thing that is inside me? If you've discovered it, how can I refine it? How can I position it to solve something?